Hi, good afternoon. Today I am going to make a baked macaroni schotel. Schotel in Dutch, it means dish. If you read the history of Indonesia, Indonesia was a Dutch colony for 350 years before Japanese took over for 3 years and a half. So our cuisine was influenced by Dutch and the other way around. When Dutch left our country and then they brought back our cuisine with them. So it's like we influence each other. Let's start. Now I'm going to show you what I need to make the baked macaroni schotel. First, I need elbows macaroni. I'm going to use 2 cups. So right now I'm boiling water and then I'm gonna cook the macaroni only until al dente. I also need corned beef. Normally I use just ground beef, but this time I'm going to use corned beef just because I have corned beef in my house. And also I'm using hot dog. So you can actually throw in a smoked ham if you have it. I have smoked ham, but it's an unopened package, so I'm not gonna open it just for this. So I'm gonna not using the ham. I'm also gonna use carrots and onion and garlic. So first, while I'm waiting for my elbows macaroni to cook, so I'm gonna cut the hot dog in a smaller cube. So I'm gonna just use half because my hot dog is the long size from Costco. So I'm gonna just use half of it. I'm gonna keep the rest in the fridge. Now I will cube my carrot. So this is how I cube my carrot. Macaroni is ready. So I have my macaroni cooked. I just need to add a little bit of oil. And stir it so they won't stick too much before I use it. Now back working on my other ingredient. So I have my chopped carrots ready. I'm gonna put them aside also. So I decided to just use 1 carrot instead of 2. So I will also need to chop the onion. I'm gonna just use half onion. This is enough. Garlic. Alright, so I'm done with chopping everything that I need to chop. So I'm gonna start cooking now. Oh, I forgot to tell you that I will also need 4 eggs here, okay? So I'm gonna start with heating up my pan and then add like 1 tablespoon of butter. So when the butter is melted, I'm gonna add my chopped onion into the pan and cook it until the chopped onions are wilted. Meanwhile, I'm gonna open my corned beef. This is almost 12 ounces. Okay, so I'm probably gonna just use half of it. Now put in the corned beef. Break it up. I think I'm gonna add a little bit more. Okay. Now this would be enough. I'm going to add in my hot dogs. And my minced carrots. Okay, I'm gonna add the seasoning. Don't put too much salt because the corned beef is already salty. White pepper. And nutmeg. So when you use nutmeg in the cooking here in Indonesian cooking, you know that this is influenced by Dutch cooking. I can smell the nutmeg. It smells yummy. I like nutmeg. So turn off the stove and set it aside. So now I'm back on my countertop. So I'm going to break 4 eggs here. 4. And beat the eggs. So now I'm going to bring my macaroni back in front of me. And I'm going to add the corned beef mixture. And add it into the macaroni. Mix it. And then 200 milliliter of milk. And 4 eggs. Mix them all. So the egg is to bind the macaroni together. And I'm going to add the cheese. So let's see how much cheese I'm going to use. I'm going to start with a half cup first. 1 cup for now. Later on, I'm gonna have to put more cheese toppings later, so don't worry, this 1 cup is not gonna be enough, but it is enough for now. Okay, so this is what the mixture looks like. Now I have my casserole here, and I will grease my casserole with butter. Okay. Now my greased casserole is ready. I'm going to pour in my macaroni mixture here. And spread it evenly. Now I just need to bake it for 30 minutes. Now I have 10 more minutes on my timer before I need to take out my macaroni. So I'm going to make the cheesy topping sauce. So I have 200 milliliters of milk here. I'm using whole milk. And I just heated up my milk so it won't be too cold anymore because I took it up from the fridge. So I'm going to add 1.5 tablespoon of all-purpose flour into my milk. 1 tablespoon. And then the other half. Okay. Now I'm going to whisk it together. Okay. Now I will heating up 1 tablespoon of butter. And then add in the milk and flour mixture. And I'm going to whisk it until it is thickened. So it is thickened now. I'm going to add in the cheese. I'm using cheddar cheese. So I'm gonna put my flame on low now. I'm going to put whatever left here. It's not even 1 cup. So I'm gonna put 1 cup of cheese. Grated or shredded cheddar cheese, because that's what I have at home. And then mix it all together again. Okay, it is now well combined already. I will turn off the heat. My macaroni will be ready very soon, probably like a minute or 2. So set it aside. Okay, now I am going to pour my sauce on top of this baked macaroni. all over. And spread it evenly with spatula. I think I spread it quite evenly. Now before I put it back into the oven, I'm going to top it again with more grated or shredded cheddar cheese and grated parmesan. Okay, let's see, another 1 cup. This is not enough, I'm gonna just add more. So the topping is as much as we want, okay? If you like it so cheesy, add more cheese. Okay, looks good to me. Now more with Parmesan cheese. Okay. Ooh, looks good already. Now put them back into the oven. So this is my macaroni, my baked macaroni Schotel. Because I'm using cheddar cheese, so the top is not gonna turn brown, unlike if you're using mozzarella cheese. But I can tell from the side, it is a little brown on the edges, on the side. So I actually baked it for another 20 minutes. Okay, I'm going to let it sit until it cools down before I slice it. All right, so here it is.
This is awesome.
Are you eating it with chili sauce?
Yeah, and I love it.
That's the Indonesian way to eat the macaroni Schotel, is by eating it with chili sauce or tomato sauce, ketchup. You call it ketchup here.